Hi guys, so this video will help you feel good about yourself. Sometimes we do have the feeling of unhappiness, especially when things don't work the way we want it to work. And sometimes our feeling comes because when we begin to see other people doing very well and we are not doing well the way we want, it creates a kind of feeling of unhappiness. So this video will help you and it will brighten your mood in a little way. And number one thing which I would advise you if you do feel this way is to start small. Starting small most times help us, in the sense that we will not feel overwhelmed, especially when we are in a project or we are doing something new. Maybe we are learning a skill or we are going into our dream goals. So most times you cannot fix everything at once, but what you can do is to focus small and most times manage the opportunity that you have. Then another thing you could also do is, most times when you feel tired when working on a project or you are reading or you are learning new skill, what you can do for yourself is to just take a simple walk outside or drink a lot of water. Little at times matters. So you realize that your mood will change when you go out feeling the breeze and looking at nature. At times it changes your mood. And another thing is, fine, it's good to acknowledge your feeling, but sometimes we need to push ourselves into happiness. We push ourselves to be happy most times, and because if you don't do this you may feel pressured, and most times when we are under pressure it changes our mood. We feel sad. So acknowledge your feeling without judgment, because it's part of your experience in life, but it doesn't define you. So most times it's better for you to look at what you have achieved in the past. This brings you good memory. And another thing you can do for yourself is to talk to someone. That's someone that will always lighten your mood, will give you a good advice that uplift your soul. So it's very, very important. It could be a friend, could be a family member, and it could be a professional. Having someone to talk to most times can provide us with relief, and we can see things in a new way. Then another thing you need to do is to focus more on yourself. You need to prioritize yourself. You need to take care of your physical health, your physical well-being. It's very, very important. You need to try to get enough sleep. You need to eat well. You need to exercise. You need to do activities that will relax your soul, like reading, watching a movie, going to the cinema. You also need to do more of mindfulness. So all these things are part of self-care, and they will also help you to brighten your mood and take away that feeling of sadness, unhappiness that you do have. Then most time you need to find meaning to your life. Sometimes reconnecting with what makes you happy, what gives you meaning at times, your passion, your purpose, a hobby, something that you love doing, most times can give your life meaning. So most times you don't have to do everything all at once, you understand, but you can take little moments to of your time to really work on what you really love, because this will definitely make a difference in your life and they will definitely give you a meaning. And most times I believe that when we feel unhappy at times, it's just a major feeling. It's the way we feel at that time, and most times our feeling could be based on our thoughts. So you have to eradicate all these negative thoughts that you do have. Of course, it's a feeling and it can definitely change, because you have the power to change the way you feel about certain things. You have the power to attract yourself happiness, and you also have the power to attract yourself sadness. So it depends on how you feel or what you do. So most times you need to think about those things that you have achieved in the past, you understand. And a lot of people, the reason why they feel unhappy is because they think more of the future. It's better to use more of mindfulness, be present in your future and forget about the future, because it's the fear of the future that makes a lot of people happy. So and another thing is, a lot of people, they think about people that are doing better than them, and most times they bring unhappiness. So look at yourself, that you are doing good in what you are. You are better in your little way. Don't let anybody intimidate you, and believe in yourself that you can also do better, because most times when you look at the past, what you have achieved and where you are today, it's a sign of motivation for you that you can still do better. So don't let anybody intimidate you by what they have achieved. And a lot of people, they pretend, they lie, they tell you things that are not true, and this affects you, especially on the social media, where we see a lot of fake things that, you know, most times we tend to believe, and they are not the reality. So all these things can make you unhappy. So at the end of the day, focus on what you have, focus on what you love, and focus on your achievements. This will bring you happiness. And most especially when you have a good family, you have good health, you have life, you are still living, you have good friends, you have nature. All these things are enough for you to be thankful for. At the end of the day, when you focus on things that you are thankful for, you realize that you are happy and you are glad that you are alive. So most times, and another thing is, when you realize that you have the ability to walk and you are not bedridden, you are not in the hospital bed, you have good health, is that not enough for you to be thankful for? So forget about those things that you don't have, because they will definitely come. It just take time. It's a matter of time. Everything will fall into place. All right, guys, so I hope I've been able to lighten up your mood with this little word of advice, because I realize that a lot of people are not, you know, really happy. And most times when I talk to people, I see it in the tone of, you know, that they are not really, you know, happy with the situation of their life. And I let them realize that it will definitely pass. So this is one of the reasons why I am making this video. And I know that that person that spoke with me concerning this will be watching this video, and I believe that this video will brighten up your mood. All right, guys, thanks for watching my video. Thank you for staying tuned, and I have to leave now. So if you haven't subscribed to my page, you can kindly subscribe, and this will be appreciated. All right, guys, I have to go now. Say bye.